Hello everybody, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day as always. We are back with another Rust item store and I'm pretty happy this week because I actually got some predictions right for once. We have some more naval skins and our first ever barbecue skin. We also have the brand new box DLC pack, which I'll be making a separate video on later today, so keep an eye out for that if you'd like to see that. We are also back on our normal server this week, so hopefully everything is back to the way it's supposed to be. I also just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for the likes, comments, subscribes on my channel. It means so much to me to see you guys support. I love interacting with you guys in the comments. I love getting fresh ideas for videos. I've got a lot of ideas for videos that I'd like to start making soon. As of recording, we are at 99 subscribers, which is absolutely huge for me. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. And next week, I will be away on the Friday. So the skin video will be a couple days late. So I apologize for that, but it will come out hopefully on the Monday afternoon. But that does it from me. Let's jump in and have a look at our skins this week. Alright, to kick it off this week, we have the Sinotype Farm Garage Door. Now we have Sinotype box skins, but this is our first ever Sinotype Garage Door skin. This is a really nice looking neon glowing set if you're into that kind of thing. I would recommend buying the boxes if you like them, but they are getting kind of expensive. I'm not sure how the prices will fluctuate with the new box DLC coming out, but now that we're getting garage door skins, I think it could be really nice as a set. Let's go ahead and roll this up and take a look at the roller. Nothing too crazy. You can actually see this green bit here, which is supposed to make it look like the symbol on the front is glowing, which you can see on the underside of the door. But all in all, I think this is a fairly nice looking skin. I like the shipping container door with just the simple neon lighting on it as well. And it would be great to go on your farm if you're into that kind of aesthetic. Moving over to our armored double door skin this week. It's been a while since we had an armored double door skin. And in my honest opinion, I don't think we have enough. I think we are really lacking in the double door department, even for sheet metal doors and wooden double doors. I feel like we just don't have enough cool skins. So it is really nice to see a good skin for that come out. There is a lot going on this door and I can't really piece it together, but it has an insane amount of detail. It obviously glows. We'll go ahead and we'll put the hatches down and we'll go and have a look on the inside as well. Looks exactly the same on both sides, but I think this is a very cool looking double armored door skin, one that I will definitely be adding to my collection. And over here we have a continuation of our Hazma set. We have a garage door and I believe a double door. This is our little cutesy anime kind of skin this week. I actually don't mind these skins. On the garage door, she is holding the little hazmat plushie that you can buy, which I actually own all three of those. So I think this is a very cool skin. This is the Hazma sheet metal door. Go ahead and take a look at the back. Exactly the same on both sides. But I think this is like a cutie kind of anime skin without being stupidly over the top. And I actually don't mind this skin set. I'm also going to assume that this glows up the top here, but we will see when we have a look later. Alright, I was going to wait until last to show this one off, but I just need to show it off now because I think it's awesome. We have our first official barbecue skin in the game. It is the Nuke Vibe BBQ, which the Nuke Vibe set has been getting a fair amount of attention lately, and they're actually pretty cool looking skins. We've had garage doors, we've had fridges, and it's a very cool aesthetic and vibe, this skin. Take a look on top, and we can take a look around the back too, on the sides. I want to say these rings glow, but I can't remember if the other ones do or not. I will check that out later. Let's go ahead and open this up. As you can see, it's not just the outside that's custom, it is the inside as well, which is just crazy. I cannot wait to see what barbecue skins we get in the game, and I think this is an absolutely awesome one to kick it off. Moving on, we have another spinning wheel skin. As I said in my last week's video, I do not understand what the current obsession with spinning wheel skins is, but we have been getting back to back spinning wheel skins. And again, it's a pretty cool one. It's just a miniaturized version of the casino wheel, which could be really cool for those role players out there that like to make their own casinos and stuff like that. This is the little wheel spinner, and I think this is just a super neat skin. Again, if you're into that kind of aesthetic and you like to use spinning wheels in your base for some reason, let's go ahead and give it a spin. I never did have much luck when it comes to gambling. Onto our final deployable skin this week, we have the Sea Survival Bag. another naval skin, finally. I actually was starting to question whether we would get any more of these. It is a sleeping bag meant to look like a life jacket, and I think this is a pretty cool skin. Just some cool details going around it, and it's nice to have a brighter colored sleeping bag, even if you don't plan on using it on your ship. But I think this skin is pretty great. Over to our weapon skins this week, we have 3 gun skins, and here we have the Imprisoned Demon AR. I actually really like this skin. I love the texture to it. I love the gold chains around it. I'm usually not a fan of a lot of the AK skins we get these days, but I actually think this one is very nice looking. I love the details. I love the black and gold color scheme. I think this just looks super cool. Obviously, this has no stock as well. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look down this sight. Not heavily modified, but it is gold, which suits the aesthetic of the gun, which is nice, because usually we just get some glaringly obvious colored tip, but here we have a gold one, which actually just suits the rest of the gun. So I think that's very cool. Moving over to another new SKS skin and a set continuation, we have the No Mercy SKS. I was never that big of a fan of the No Mercy set up until quite recently when I added it to my collection, and I actually like the look of the gun skins. They're simplistic while still having a fair amount of detail, and obviously they're white, so they're pay to win, as people like to say. But it is nice to see the SKS still getting some love and attention before it just drops off the market completely. Let's go ahead and take a look down the sight. Nothing there, just a black tip, which the same as the AK just fits the aesthetic of the gun, doesn't stand out. And I think that is nice. You got the skull staring back at you, obviously. Just all in all, a pretty cool looking SKS skin. And finally, we have another set continuation. We have the HellCore Thompson. I believe it was the HellCore L96 that came out a few weeks ago that I actually looked at properly and decided I didn't mind the skin set. Upon first glance, I didn't really like it, but after having a closer look, I think this is a pretty neat skin set. I like the skull, I like the color scheme. It's something a little bit different, and the Thompson is no exception. Fits that exactly, and I'm pretty sure it's almost just the same design on all the HellCore skins, but I can already tell this one has a colored tip, but similar to the other 2 skins this week, it is just white, so it is a little bit brighter than the other white on the rest of the gun, but it still does fit the aesthetic and theme of the gun. It is not glaringly obvious, which if you watch any of my skin videos, you'll know that I am so sick of the colored tips on guns. I like to actually see some substance when it comes to weapon skins, and this week I think they've done a great job with keeping to the theme whilst also having slightly modified or colored tips, so that is great to see. Moving over to our final skins of this week, we have a set of armor and some more naval themed skins. We have the Naval Camo Helmet, Naval Camo Kilt, and the Naval Camo Vest. Now, I am actually really happy with this skin set because if you remember a few weeks ago when we got our first set of naval skins, we actually did get 2 pieces of naval clothing. We got the hoodie and the pants. And I believe in that video, I said how annoying it was that we were getting clothing only because no one's just going to wear the clothing by themselves. Usually they like to wear it with armor as well, but we finally have some armor for that set. So I'm actually going to go ahead and throw the clothing on here as well, just so you can see what that looks like. And all pieced together, this is actually a fairly nice looking set. You have the blue camo pattern all over it. You've got the knee pads, and then you have this little gold trim that runs all the way around all the plating and the seams and stitching and everything. But I actually think this is a fairly nice looking set, and it's nice that we have a full naval set that we can wear. We obviously have the pirate one, but that came out quite a while ago. Just go ahead and take the clothing back off because they're not actually in this week's item shop, and we'll just go back around and have one last look at the armor set. But I think this is actually a very nice looking armor set, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Before I forget, let's jump in and have a look at the glowing skins this week and see how many of these actually glow. I think we're going to have 4 glowing skins, but we'll wait and see. I was right. Okay, so we have the Sinotype garage door, which glows, of course. I'm going to say that this probably glows underneath too. Yeah, it does. See, the roller actually gets a little bit more personality of a nighttime, which is cool to see. We'll head over to the armored double door. I think this skin really shines in the nighttime. I think it makes it look a lot cooler. You really get to see all the details and the red glowing lights and the orange and things like that. And over to our final door skin, we have the Hazma sheet metal. This actually glows more than what I thought it would. I kind of just thought it would glow up the top here, but it actually lights up the entire door. You also have the little intercom bit and the screen down here as well. But the one that we all want to see, I think, is the barbecue skin, and this thing just looks even cooler at night than it does in the day. You have the side rings, the glow, you have the eyes on top, this little radioactive symbol down here, which actually looks kind of staticky. That's really interesting how I don't know if that's just my eyes or if that's actually a thing with the skin, but let's open this up and have a look as well. Look at the way that just lights up. You have like the blue tiles and the blue circles. This skin is just such a cool barbecue skin to start us off with. I'm so happy that we got this. And I've actually just spotted out of the corner of my eye, the spinning wheel skin does actually glow as well. Only very faintly, but you can still see it just in the dark, which is pretty cool. Might be a good navigation tool in the base. But that does it for the glowing skins this week. That is it for the item store for the 6th of March 2026. We didn't have many skins this week, but we did have some pretty cool looking skins, which I'm happy with. Always a bit disappointing when we get a bit of a lacking item store and not many good skins, but I actually think this week we had some nice ones. Of course, we had the new barbecue skin, we had some more naval skins, and some pretty cool weapon skins. As I stated earlier, next week's skin video will be a little late, probably a few days due to me being away, and I will be releasing another video later today with the box DLC that has just come out. There are some pretty cool looking skins on that, but a bit of a hefty price tag, so I'll be interested to know what you guys think of that. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot tell you how much I love and appreciate you guys for all the positive feedback. I do put a lot of love and effort into these videos, so it always makes me feel good when I get that energy reciprocated. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the item store this week. Do you like the new barbecue skin? Do you agree with my opinion on the iron sights and tips of guns? Do you like the new naval skins? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much again for watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day.